ride through my city tonight. Windows halfway down, cause you know this the shot. And I see something pretty, out here acting a fool. Got my cup pulled up, my gas tank be on full. Hit the E and just...
Morning.
Hey y'all.
So we went and got breakfast and all this and went to the dining room. So the dining room was so packed that I always ask for a private table, and then they give you a number, and that's when you show them that, and they sit you down. Well, the same process, and then they come to this table where it's like 4 or 5 people. They were so busy that they didn't have any more private tables. But if you want to go to breakfast, I suggest you get there really early when it first opens up, or later on, especially with C-Day brunch, because it opens up at 8:30 and doesn't close until 1. So if you want to do that, then I suggest you go early or later, because if you go during like 9:30, 10, something like that, it's going to be crowded.
Yeah, and they were having a lot of issues as far as seating. When we were seated, we could just see where people was come to tables that was supposed to have been unoccupied, but was already had people seated. And so it was like a lot of issues with the system. But just make sure that when you come on a cruise, you bring patience. Like they're saying it's only supposed to be 7% capacity. It feels like a full selling.
It's more people on here than... it definitely looks like it was more people than when we were on the horizon back in July.
Yes.
So I don't know, maybe because it's a smaller ship and it just seems, there's a lot more people, but for us it looks like, with people watching, it just looks like there's a whole bunch of people on the ship. But we're gonna try to get into some fun today. It's the last day of the cruise. We've already got our animal with a thank you card, and we see embarkation tags and stuff like that. Stuff you don't want to see on the last day.
Debarkation.
Debarkation. Stuff you don't want to see on the last day. So we're going to try to hit the waterworks, go to Serenity, try to just do some relaxing stuff. So we'll see y'all soon.
I'll be occupied. I think this one is empty. And stuff in it.
Come through, I think I need you. I swear it's hard to keep these feelings to myself. Now you're the one I'm thinking of. My higher ground, my rocket
thing spits you out. I need the full circle, all this extra weight.
Not that I don't want you here. It's something about the way you stare into my eyes. I know that I don't make things clear. I fall for you every time I try to resist. We can get away, come chase beach views and every day. All I wanna hear is an visions that we play. Sit right next to you. How I feel about you, you wish away. Really want
Pork and chicken. Yeah. The barbecue.
Can I get chicken and calamari?
Chicken and calamari.
Can I get Saskatchewan?
we can get away, palm trees, beach views on a night day. All I wanna hear is the visions that we play. Sit right next to you. I try not to show how I feel about you. You wish away, really, really wanna. I just wanna get away. Sit right next to you.
Okay, guys. So this is what we having. That's my food. The walking food. Yeah. And forgot the large and a little bit of the buffet. So.
You know, she does. She knows I tell this story and I get emotional. I'm extra emotional today, but y'all know 2020 was not easy for any of us in this room. 2020 was a very challenging year, mentally, spiritually, financially, for every single soul. At the current moment, when all this went down, I was over in the UK for my best friend Gary's wedding. He was marrying his partner. It was myself, TJ, Schwartz, all of us cruise directors. Yes, we were all there. We got a phone call to come back to the US because things are getting crazy. Once Trump had made the announcement that everybody needs to come home, what I had paid $400 like round trip from New York to London, economy class seat shot to $15,000. I kid y'all not. I'm right here on Bible. I just knew I was gonna start working in London at McDonald's. So I finally got home. I came to New York, and in New York at the time, the police were always in the streets. We couldn't really do nothing to make sure everybody stayed inside. Only place we could go is to the bodega and back. So then I came south to my parents' house in Alabama. But there's only so many TikToks I can make without just doing something. So I was just like, I have to do something. I need money. I need to get on my feet. So through the grace of God, Jamie D called and said, listen, come to Lake Conroe and help me open up Margaritaville in Lake Conroe. So Nono, Schwartz, Leon, and myself, we all packed up, we left our parents. Of course, they're all scared, they're all nervous, but again, we're all just in a crunch for money. Nono drove from Kentucky to pick up Schwartz. Schwartz and Nono came from Georgia to pick up me in Alabama, and too bougie. He flew from Florida to Texas. He didn't have time for the road trip. So we all came to Texas for the summer to live in Lake Conroe. We stayed in April Sound. So we're working, but again, in working, there were still bills that need to be paid. You know, when you live in cruise world, you know, you don't really have much to pay for, but your cell phone bill. In the real world, reality hits that like we're not living this life anymore. So we're really like hustling. It was only a summer job, so we left. It came down, and I'm honest about this because I have no shame being real about real life adventures. It came to a point during the pandemic where money was really low, and our lease was up at our house, and we had nowhere to go. We couldn't go home because we didn't want to put our parents at risk because all of our parents had health issues. There was no vaccine. I can remember I was with Leon in my car with all my stuff with nowhere to go. But again, through the grace of God, a miracle happened and I had a whole place to stay, right? So I had to think fast because I never wanted to be in that situation ever again. I lived in Tumble, or the Tomball area, but I would drive to Cinco Ranch to Carrabba's every day just to work. In that drive, for those who know Houston, that's like a 45-minute to an hour drive there and back. So again, gas is going up, so everything's just playing out. And it just came down to where I was down to like literally my last $50, I think. It came to a point where I had to figure out, did I want gas in my car, did I want food in my stomach, or what I was gonna do. I did get offered a job. A lady said, you know what, I got a job for you. You can stay at home. It's $20 an hour. You can work Monday through Friday and have the weekends at Carrabba's. And I was like, oh, whatever, I'll just take it because we needed to survive. But then, for those who know him, his name is Everson Bevel, the Reverend Dr. E. He called my phone and he said, listen, I submitted your name or your email for a game show. And I said, okay, I didn't think nothing of it. So then 2 days later, this game show calls me. They said, hey, listen, your friend Everson submitted your email. We just wanted to see your personality. And so far, we love you. We're going to send you to the producers. So I had the producers the next week. And the producers said, I love your energy, you're great. Now we need to see you in costume to see what you're going to wear for the game show. The name of the game show was Let's Make a Deal with Wayne Brady. So I'm, again, in a financial crunch, trying to figure out what am I gonna do and how am I gonna get a costume, because I just didn't have any costumes laying around. So I took like $10 and I went to my favorite store. It's called a thrift store. And I took that money and I stretched it the best I could. I found like this vest with fur vest and these brown pants. And I was like, okay, I'm coming up with something. So then I was like, it's Christmas season. I went to Party City and I got some reindeer antlers. And I was like, oh, I could be a reindeer. But then I was like, what if the show doesn't air during Christmas? It'll look crazy. So I took the last like $2 or $3 and I ran to Walmart and I found some light bulbs and I put them in my hair. I was a deer in headlights. So I did the second interview with the producer. He says, perfect, we're gonna do the show on this day. I think it was the 18th of December or something. That was also the same day I was starting this new job. So now I'm in another conflict. I'm like, am I gonna be a responsible adult, take this job and say, forget the game show, or just take a chance to go to the show hoping that they will pick me? Something in my heart and something in my voice, something said, trust in God, He knows what He's doing. I turned down the job. I said, go to the show. Day of the show comes. They're doing sound check for everybody who's playing at home. They're like, hey, checking in. They come to me, they say, hey, Jonathan, just to let you know, if Wayne picks you, elaborate on your job at Carnival, talk about your career playing baseball in college, just bring a little life. And I was like, no worries, thinking nothing. The show starts, and Wayne comes out. He picks his first contestant. He picks this lady. He said, hello, ma'am, welcome to the show. Here's what's gonna happen. You can either take what's behind curtain number 1 or this piggy bank, whichever one you don't take, we'll give to, he picked another lady. The first lady picked curtain number 1. And behind behind that curtain was a zonk. So she was out of the game. So then he goes to lady number 2 and he says, hello ma'am, you can take what's behind curtain number 2 or this piggy bank, whichever one you don't take, we'll give to an at-home player, Jonathan. That man called my name on national television. I almost pooped my pants right there. I lost everything I was supposed to say on national television because you're like, oh my God, this is really me. He just called my name. So the second lady picked curtain number 2. Behind curtain number 2 was a barbecue grill set. So she won that. Congratulations, kudos to her. Wayne finally comes to me and goes, hello, Jonathan. Me in cruise director mode. What's up, cousin Wayne? On national television. So it is. He goes, hey, cousin Jonathan. He goes, you have one or two options. You can either take curtain number 3 or this piggy bank. Mind you, it was 2 people who could have taken this piggy bank before me. I said, everyone keeps skipping over this piggy bank. Let me take the piggy bank. So he said, let's see what's behind curtain number 3. Ha. He opens up curtain number 3. It's an all-expense paid trip to New York, helicopter tour, lobster dinner, and more. And I'm like, I'm in New York. I don't need this. So then he said, okay, well, let's see what's inside of this piggy bank. Mind you, I was in the biggest crisis of my life. It was a lot going on. My dad had just lost 2 of his siblings to COVID. I was down on money. It was just a lot for one person. But they always say, God is not going to put more on you to do better. And I tell you, sometimes y'all don't even know you're in the storm. But even in the storm, claim your victory right then and there. Because I didn't know what this hand was going to do to me. So in that moment, I said, I'm going to take the piggy bank. Mind you, 2 people had a chance to take it before me. He picked the piggy bank up, and in that piggy bank, he pulled it up. There was a 2, there was a 1, there was a 0, a 0, a 0. I won $21,000. I just want to say, it was a rough year, but I took that money, and I knew it was rough for everybody. So I gave majority of it to my parents, but I took everything else what was remaining, and I just started cash apping all my friends, only because I know if I was going through it, they were going through it as well. And I was just sending money out to everybody, sharing, help. And I say that, and I tell this story because I know even to this point today in 2021, there's a lot of us in here, we put on a face, but I know it's something we deal with personally that sometimes you don't understand why you're dealing with it. But I have to tell you, sometimes you might be in the fire, but when you come out, you won't smell like smoke. I promise you. Just let God lead every step of the way. But that's the only way I got through this pandemic. Because I tell you, I was busting my butt every day, driving back and forth just to make $1, make ends meet. But I guarantee you, I never gave up, and I kept my promise to God to keep everybody smiling and happy if He get me back on my feet. And here I am. So yeah, any other question? Any other question? Don't be shy. Hey, love, what's your name? Where you from? What's your question?
I'm Carrie. I'm also from Katie. Katie.
Oh, Katie. What's your question?
Can you tell us about the room attendants, the wait staff?
Mhm.
What's their life on the cruise ship? Like how? I mean, the ones that we talked to, they're working 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
I just wonder.
You know, it's so funny because I tell you, everybody, when we were starting up this entire process, because I come from the serving industry, I said, you know what, we had a moment where we had no guests back in June, but what we were doing was we were inviting team members to like Kachina Steakhouse to experience because we knew we weren't going to be allowed to do it once you all came on board. So one of those nights I said, let me put on a uniform at the steakhouse and serve tables. It's a completely different ballgame than it is on land. And that's why it's not a, y'all be like, where are all the Americans at? Y'all know damn well, y'all could do half the job that these people do out here, I'm telling you. They work endless hours trying to provide for their families back home. A lot of them have missed their children growing up to make sure that their kids don't have to worry or stress through this lifestyle. I remember a girl who had a 3-year-old daughter, and she was a stock manager. Her mom watched her daughter, and I said, why do you do this? She said, because I want to provide a life for her where she never has to ever think she has to stress out about money or anything. I'm sacrificing now so she'll have a good life when she grows up. Those are long days for them. They work from sun up to sundown, and no days off. This is literally your day, 7 days a week, 24/7 for 6 to 9 months. This is why I say when y'all get that gratuity, like leave that where it's at. This is why I say put their name in that survey. Do anything you can do to uplift them for any team member. But those cabin stewards and your bar team and that restaurant team, to memorize your name, to make sure you're good, to memorize you're taken care of, that takes a skill that a lot of people don't have. And they definitely do a damn good job of doing it. So yes, please take care of your cabin stewards and bar staff. It's like a 10 all across the board on the survey. When you work in this lifestyle, you understand. I know, like, some people are like, well, this didn't happen, or this went wrong, or this. So I don't think, but think of the bigger picture, the overall, because this has been one of the most mentally challenging contracts for every team member. There was a point where we didn't even get off the ship for 5 weeks. We didn't know how we were going to get toiletries, how we were going to call our family and friends. Because we were just trying to be safe. Luckily, all of that has changed since then. But yeah, it's been a very challenging contract. So what the bigger picture is, we're back in business. So that's all we matters. Which one? Hey, everybody, what's your name? Where you from? David from Waco, Texas. What's the Waco? Dr. Pepper? Dr. Pepper, Waco. Austin, Texas. Wait, Austin, Texas. Oh, Baylor. What's your question? Say it one more time.
I didn't have one.
When do you think I'm going to stop being a cruise director? That's a good question. You know what? I am getting a little bit older now. You know, these knees can't last through the wobble like they used to do 7 years ago. But you know, there comes a happy ending for every cruise director, because sometimes you gotta think people want to have lives. Like Matt and Chloe, they left because they wanted to start a family. They wanted to get married. Jamie D, she's a beautiful mom. She has a daughter now, and she's expecting another daughter here soon. So at some point, you do have to hang it up and say, I have to leave. As I would say, we have to leave Neverland, because this is like Neverland to us. You don't have to grow up in this lifestyle. You can just be a big kid all day. But do you want to work on a cruise ship? No? Okay, well, forget you then, kid. But no, it's no time soon, but it's soon. Should that makes sense, you know. It's time for Cousin Cookies. Don't start looking. It's time for me to be famous, so you can see me on TikTok and Instagram, and you're like, oh my God, I knew that guy, but I didn't want to work with you. I love it. Hey, what's your name? Where are you from? What's your question?
My name is Jacob. I'm from Chicago, Illinois.
Jacob from Chicago, Illinois. Chi-town.
Sorry, my question is, how long have you been a part of the cruise line?
How long have I been in the cruise industry? Good question. Oh, let me tell you something, Jacob. That's a good question. I originally took this job because my sister works for Disney Cruise Line. She's Princess Tiana. And,
Wow.
I know, right? And when she's not Princess Tiana, she has to dress up like Goofy. She hates when I say that. So she told me one summer to apply for Disney, but at the time Disney was full, so the agency forwarded my resume to Carnival. And I originally took this job as the Fun Squad to lose some weight to be one of the singers and dancers, because I had just missed the audition. And you know, I had got a little thick throughout there, but you know, I got to the contract, I lost the weight, I went to the audition, and I made the playlist singer and dancer cast. I know, right? Yes. But for some reason, Jay, I thought it would be a smart idea by celebrating by eating all that weight back. So I never got the singer and dancer portion of my career. But Carnival said, because I kept saying this every year, hey boo boo, I kept saying that I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. They said, listen, we're just gonna give you a chance to be a cruise director. They gave me a 3-day cruise on the Imagination in Los Angeles. And in those 3 days, I had some of the highest numbers that Carnival has ever seen as a cruise director. So yeah. It's so crazy how I wanted to be a singer and dancer, but God's plan for me was, I don't want you to blend in with 8 people. I want you to have your own stage. So he turned me into a cruise director. So I'm telling you, what was supposed to be one summer is now 7 years later. So I'm really excited. 7 years. Okay, let me see who else. Hello, love. What's your name? Where you from? What's your question?
My name is Sally. I'm from Oklahoma.
What's your name, Sally? Sally, what's your question?
Will you sign my bear?
I sure will. If I can come to Sharpie. Hey, could someone from the Fun Squad grab me a Sharpie so I can sign Mustang Sally's bear?
Yeah.
We got a Sharpie backstage. Brittany, is there a Sharpie? Brittany, is there a Sharpie backstage or around? Thank you, baby. You're the best. Yeah, I'll sign it for you. I got you. Oh, you want me to sign by Captain Rocco or do you want me to sign on the front?
That's up to you.
Okay, I'm gonna sign in the front because Captain Rocco, he's a great leader, so he leads from the back and I'll do the front. So, yeah, hey, what's your name? Where you from? What's your question? Tommy from Austin, Texas. What's your question? How did I get my name Cookie? Good question. Before there was a fun squad, there was this thing called entertainment staff. We didn't have a a host DJ. Thank you. Y'all make some noise for Brittany right here. She just got a promotion. She got a 3-cent promotion. I tell you, there was a morning show, and back then we had to DJ the nightclub. I didn't have a cool DJ name. I was still going by Jonathan. So we had all the guests call into the morning show and give us, my best friend Sonny, he's from England. We had all the guests call in. They were giving us everything from like Ebony and Ivory to every name you possibly think of. Someone called in and said, oh, y'all should just be Cookies and Cream. So I was Cookie, he was Cream, and that's how I got Cookie. But it was the good Reverend Dr. E who made it official. He got me my name tags on the Carnival Magic for the first time. And it came out right when Empire, the show came out. So everybody, my first contract as Cookie, everybody kept calling me Cookie Lions. So, but yeah, he gave me the name tag and said, you're gonna do great things with this name someday. And I took them down. So yeah, that's like a Cookie. So I'm gonna do this. Ooh. I'm almost done. 30 seconds. 3, 2. I wrote Best Cruise Ever, Jonathan Cookie Adams. See, I remember that. I love you, absolutely. Yes, sir. What's your name? Where you from? What's your question?
My name's T.D. I'm from Houston.
Hey, cousin. What's going on?
I just wanted to know originally, do you react to us in terms of the way that we plays out as a 4-day staff, or do you bring us around to your way of thinking? But the other question gave me a better question, which is, how do you know what the captain's crew looks like?
Okay.
How you know what?
You are so nasty. If you want to know how I know him, but his room is connected to the bridge. So I make my safety announcements from the bridge. So you have to pass through his room or pass by his room to get to the bridge. Nothing else. How do I base my energy for you all? I do base it off how you all react versus I bring a little bit of my life to your life. And my thing for me is I want to educate people and show people it doesn't matter who's running the ship. We're all just humans having a good time, right? And I want y'all to have the best time of your life every week. I hate a quiet cruise. Because a quiet cruise, you never know what you're going to get. I love people who are energetic, who are engaging, because that's what y'all pay for vacation for. That's why I said at the beginning, y'all didn't pay to come sit down, get up, get out, and get involved. There's people out here who have never danced in front of a crowd of people, but the excitement they get when they do it, it's just life-changing. Because they did something, they crossed that line of fear, and they just did something they never thought they would do, and they take that experience, and it's a memory they'll keep forever. So my thing is, we want to create memories for y'all every cruise and every time. So yeah, that's what I gotta call the captain. I do take the captain to the mall. I'm like his personal chauffeur. I do have my car down there. He need to give me some gas money. Hey, what's your name? Where you from? What's your question? What's the name? Errol? Oh, that's pretty. What's your Midland, Texas? In the middle? Down. Okay, perfect. What's your question? Who's my favorite Disney princess? Because my sister is Priya. Let me tell you, I can sit and watch Princess and the Frog all over every day. It's Mama Odie that does it for me when she started singing. Yeah, that's my favorite movie. Before Princess and the Frog, Mulan was at the top of the list for me. And then I would have to go with Cinderella, because I always thought I would lose a shoe and find somebody. Which, I lost my mind to find somebody. So yes. Hey, love, what's your name? Where you from? What's your question? Do I ever do a fun adult Q&A? I don't do an adult Q&A, but back in the day, for those who cruised with me before I became a cruise director, I used to host this really fun adult game night called Quest. It would be the one night only that you would see Cookie in drag, and I would host. Somebody reminded me today of this that how many people see the Carnival Quest play before it makes some noise? See, a lot of you don't know. This game show is, when I say adult X rated, we have to spray the walls down with holy water. That's how crazy. This guy literally reminded me today. He said, "Oh, you don't remember, but I had you in the Carnival Liberty. Somebody walked across the stage butt naked, and you kept this game going." That's how crazy the game gets. So, yeah. That's why I stopped playing the game. It's just how John Hill told me I can't play no more. So, yeah, but, we have a good time. Maybe, like I said, good things are coming towards cruise industry. Hopefully, at the end of the month, we just had a meeting. They're probably going to bring back a lot of stuff. They'll probably bring back that game. I probably won't host it, but I always stand in the back to watch people. People do some crazy things for a ship on a stick, trust me. Good times, good times. Anybody else talking? No, right here, best friend, what's up? What's your name from? What's the name? Hankista? Ankista? Concista. Okay, we're just gonna call you baby girl. Baby girl, what's up? You can follow me on my Facebook page, Cruise Director Cookie. If not, my IG is Live in Theater. I'm not very active. I need to be more active on my Cruise Director page. I was in the beginning because I had a lot of downtime to like show y'all videos, get y'all hyped up about the cruising. I want to start eventually like a cruise chat channel, talk about, the previous cruise and all the craziness that went down. Like, oh my God, this guest fell into the water, running back to the ship over here, she was drunk, but don't let that be you. So, yeah, Cruise Director Cookie, keep up with me because I always post up what ship I'm going to, how long I'll be there, and then who's coming to replace me. Like, my replacement is already here on board. She's in quarantine right now. When she comes out, she'll take over or she'll watch me for 5 days and I'll leave. Her name is Erin. So you can pretty much follow all of us, Cruise Directors. Just look up Cruise Directors on Facebook. We all have our own personal pages. So, and that's what I tell people, if you're going on a cruise, follow that personal Cruise Directors page because that way you can be updated on the white night parties or the Halloween party or this party, and you'll know what's going on for the events, so you'll know how to pack accordingly. Because Carnival doesn't put it out there because every ship is different. So keep with us, keep up with us. I love you. Hey love, what's your name? Where you from? What's your question? I see you down here. What's up? What part of Jersey? How far is that from Jersey City? Yeah, girl, I live on JFK. I live in Spring, but I got keys to a place. I live all over the show. I'm right down the path. I'm 10 minutes from the World Trade. Girl, we didn't know we was cousins. What's up? What's your question? He's crazy.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
He's a big name. He's a household name. Everybody knows John. Yes. What's your question? Oh, yeah. You have to understand, John comes from the background of a cruise director. As cruise directors, we're entertainers. He's gonna entertain his audience. He's gonna have fun with y'all. But you also have to understand, he's one person taking on 220-some thousand people. And he has his assistant Jacinta trying to help him as well. About cruising, and then to be real with you, just to give you a part of his life as well. So, he's a blogger. He went from cruise director life to blogger to being our brand ambassador. So he represents the whole Carnival brand right now. So he has a job, but yeah, he definitely entertains. So no worries, baby. You just refer that you talk to him, let him know that you cruise with Biscuit. You don't call me Cookie. You call me Biscuit. Hey, bro, what's your name? Where you from? What's your question? Amber from College Station, Texas. April. Your name is April May? Your last name is May? First name is all April May? Your mama must love them seasons, huh? We're just gonna call her April May. When's your birthday? May. I knew it was. When in May? I'm May 14th. Okay, tired sister. What's your question? Yes. Babes, you listen, y'all don't understand. Y'all think I make these stories up, but half of these stories that I tell y'all are not made up. I can literally, I can write a book on everything that I've experienced in 7 years here at Carnival. I've seen it all. Trust me, I've seen people miss. We left an entire fraternity of 18 boys in Cozumel running down the pier as the ship is sailing away. And I don't even know why y'all are running. It's not like we can put it in reverse and come back and get them. Like, we are gone. Like, if I can write a book, an all-tale book of everything I've seen in cruise line, trust me, it would probably be bestseller. You would not believe half the stuff that goes on in this lifestyle. Because people stay on vacation mode and people are just doing the craziest things ever. Yeah, I've seen literally everything. When I say everything, I've seen everything. So yeah, I've seen it all. I've seen it all. Yeah, you see it all. It's crazy. No, it was on the glory. I don't want to bring this story up because it's very sensitive. Yeah, I've seen it all. I've seen somebody before. Oh, now y'all got to go, ooh. Hey, love, what's your name? Where you from? What's your question? Anna? Hannah. From Katy. What part of Katy? What part of Katy? Thank you. There you go, ma'am. There you go, ma'am, because I worked at Cinco Ranch in Carrabba's. Hey! Oh, Katy Tigers. Okay, look. I'll be back January 3rd. So I'll be back January 3rd. I quarantine for 7 days, and then I come out and I take over on the 13th. Why the face? You come back on January 3rd? I'll just meet you down in the terminal. I'll say, what's up, best friend? No, but you want to know something else? If I go on vacation, or I'm going on vacation, but if I'm going to Houston, I might go pick up a weekend at Carrabba's down at Cinco Ranch. Y'all just come see me. Yeah. Happy hours between 3 to 6. A martini. Yeah, pomegranate martini. $5. More basic dress. I got you. Yeah. You see me. And I go shopping at Katy Hills Mall. I love it. Wait, hold on, let me come back to you over there. Hey, but what's your name? Where you from? What's your question? Malia from Louisiana. Louisiana! What's your question? What was the last part? Okay. How many Carnival cruise ships have I been on? Have I been on the Mardi Gras? Which one's my favorite? How many I've been on? Let's talk about what I haven't been on. Out of 26 ships, I believe I have not been on at least 7 of them. 7 or 8. I used to be Fun Squad. What I would do is, instead of signing up for 6 months at a time, I would be like what they call a replacement. So I would go replace people for their vacations or till they got their medical. So it gave me opportunity to move around a lot. Because of that, I was able to go work with Matt Mitchell on the Vista in Europe, where we had Barcelona, Spain, and Athens, Greece as our home port. So we would do that. I've had the chance to take the ship from Alaska to Australia. I've literally been out because I was able to do that. Have I been on the Carnival Mardi Gras? No, I have not. We used to be able, before this pandemic, so like we dock with Mardi Gras in Cozumel sometimes, I used to be able to just put my name tag on and go over and do a ship visit if I wanted, but they no longer allow us to do that right now. But I will say, they did ask me to learn that class of ship, because we got 2 more coming soon, so who knows, I might have a Carnival celebration. What was the last one? Which one's my favorite ship? Carnival BREEZE. Now, I'll be honest with you. I will say I have a passion and a heart for the Carnival Dream, only because it was my very first ship, and I even got a tattoo with my anchor right here, the Carnival Dream. But the one that holds my heart near and dear, and everybody has to do this cruise, it's probably one of the best ones, in my opinion. I always say do a startup cruise. If we ever start up a ship and we're in Europe, always do that, because it's always good. But the one that you cannot miss out on, we do how do you call it? Not a crossover. What am I looking? Crossing? No, not a crossing. Thank you. Where was that? Reposition. Thank you, best friend. See, this is why I love you. We do a repositioning cruise from Alaska to Australia, and I'll tell you, We pick you up in Seattle, we go all the way to Alaska, we do all of Alaska, we go in Vancouver, Canada. We take 5 sea days to get over to Hawaii, we do all of Hawaii, and we end in Honolulu. From Honolulu, we pick up all the Australians, we drop the Americans off, we go down a little bit, we go to Tahiti, Bora Bora, Fiji, and then you end in Sydney, Australia, right next to the Opera House. That's where we dock in. I tell you, that cruise is like 2 years long, so 2 years. That was like 30 something days. But the thing about it is you get so much out of it. We bring on different comedians. We have ballroom classes. We offer so much on those longer voyages. It's a really nice cruise. So if you're retired, I'm definitely going to encourage you to take that cruise right there. It's a really good one for sure. It's another. Hey, what's your name? Where you from? What's your question? Tim from Houston. What part of Houston? Oh, that's right up the street. There we go. That's right up the street. What's your question? What's my favorite location to cruise to? Down in the Caribbean, this area, I love Mahogany Bay, and I'll tell you why. It's Honduras. There's this place called Little French Keys. A lot of people don't know about it because it's a hidden gem. Everybody goes to the man-made beach right there by the ship, but if you go to the cab area and you say, I want to go to Little French Keys, they're going to take you to this place. It's a little drive. But you know it's legit when you get out of the cab and you gotta take another boat to get over to the island. And on this island, there are rescue animals like lions, monkeys, horses, flamingo. Like it's beautiful. And you can actually take the monkeys and put them on you. That the jaguar, you see the picture with the jaguar in the water? That's that place. It's so beautiful. They have this cliff where you can jump off with the ropes. It's so gorgeous. That's just one of the hidden gems. If I were on I told you Alaska is beautiful. If you've never, a lot of people think Alaska is one of those cruises where, oh, there's just gonna be a bunch of older people, it's gonna be so quiet, but it's not about that. Yes, the entertainment's still the same, but the beauty of waking up and going outside on the Lido deck and seeing whales just pop up out of nowhere is absolutely gorgeous. The beauty of seeing glaciers and you're still in shorts, it's beautiful to go outside. I will say everybody on that cruise ship is in bed by 7 o'clock, but still, it's so we don't even do like parties on the ship. The parties at 5 o'clock, we done by 5:15. So yeah, they just, we gotta go to dinner, go to bed, we gotta get up. Yeah. And I'll tell you, they offer, because at the end of the cruise you end in Canada, either British Columbia or Vancouver, and they took me on this whale watching tour. I already told y'all I don't like getting in water, but now y'all got me in this Eskimo suit and it's freezing cold. But I tell you, I'm scared of everything. It's like a little boat, open boat, in the middle of the water. All this man got is a pocket knife. So I'm like, this whale tips us over. All you gotta do is just be, that's all you got. The whole family, the mom, the dad, and the daughter popped up right next to us. And it was so beautiful, it was so life-changing. And at that moment I say, speed your fingers so we get out of here. Because I enjoyed that moment, but after that I didn't know what they had time for. One last question. Hold on, one last question. Hey, what's your name, where you from, what's your question? Drink a lot. No, they're all right. Can I be honest with you? There's actually no requirements to be a cruise director. We found, where's she at? Aretha, you in here? Aretha, where's she at? Oh, well, Coco back here, ladies and gentlemen, unless you didn't know, we found him right out of jail. So he just came right. No, seriously. A lot of this is the best part about cruise industry. People don't know this, but Carnival has a really great 10-year retirement program. You work for 10 years and boom, you get a nice little check based off your last position. And this is why a lot of people from the UK come over and they're cruise directors and they start young at 18, 19. In America, we're raised to come out of high school, go straight to college. A lot of these people, they don't want to go to university, they come to the cruise industry. So yeah, they can retire by 29, 30, take a nice little check and be done. But it's just personality and just being able to be giving and loving and just, I was a very shy person. Oh, seriously, I was. Can I tell you my first day at Carnival? No training. They don't train you. They don't train you for this job. They literally, you come on board, you go check in, you can put your uniform on, and I kid you not, this man said, meet me backstage at 7 o'clock. He said, all right, here we go. He gave me a sheet of paper and a microphone. It was the first trivia I've ever had. Never talked on a microphone in front of people. The lounge was like this full. I'm up here like this. Shaking, so nervous. But after a time, it just came natural. So you learn it's a swim or sink kind of game. It's okay, yeah, but it was a really good time. It was okay. We don't see age. We don't see age at all. We just, as long as you have a good time. We do have cruise directors up there in their 40s and 50s. And we have cruise directors like, I'm 21, right? So, okay, fine. 21 plus tax, but yeah. But I started when I was 28, right? So I'm 35 now. I'm 35. I started when I was 28, so 35. And you know, a lot of people make it all the way to 40, 50, sometimes 55, 60. It's just based off what your body can handle, right? So it's a different ball game though. A lot of people see us. It looks easy, but when you're in this game, it's a lie. Because you're up early in the morning, late at night, and then you gotta have your personal time. People go to crew bar, people hang out. Back in the day, we used to have parties. We used to have 2 parties a month. We used to have a crew bingo. Now, crew bingo, that's where you lose friends. And I'll tell you why. If there's over 2,500 team members on a cruise and they're all buying a bingo ticket, our jackpot has gotten up to $10,000 sometimes. One person has won all that money. And sometimes they have to split it. It's multiple winners. But Carnival's very good at engaging us as a family and making sure we have good. But because of protocols, things will change. But at the end of the month, hopefully they'll change again for everybody. Hopefully no more of these. But yes, we'll see. Other than that, I gotta get out of here. But I'm gonna keep talking. Because I know you're working hard over there. And I know you're ready to start signing right now. I'm gonna keep going just because you look really cool right now. I love you, right? I love you, perfect. That's the only thing I know. A-B-C-D-H-A-N-O-P-Q-Q-R-S-T-U-E. What's W? W, X, Y, and Z. Hey! I paid attention to one point in life. Other than that, I love each and every last one of you. Thank you for spending your vacation here. Please, I'm leaving, but I'll be back January 3rd, taking over the 13th. But that does not stop you from coming to hang out with Erin. She's going to get out of quarantine here very shortly. Please come and cruise with her as well. If not her, we got Kendall Fire on the Vista and Christian Dion on the Dream. 2 amazing and phenomenal cruise directors. But other than that, keep up with me, because I tell you, when Usher asked me back to Vegas to be his backup dancer when I get to Tom Joyner, y'all will be like, oh my God, we knew him win. But other than that, I'll see y'all later. Cha-cha for now. Let's go! Check those videos. I love you.
Hello.
Hey y'all.
We're just checking in. We ordered a platter from the Seafood Shack Bar. That's on, what's on Lido?
Lido app, so Lido on the back.
It's about a pizza.
Right.
And they gave us this, almost like if you was in a restaurant, to notify us when the food is ready. So we got fried shrimp, fries, calamari, fish, and it would have been clams too, but they're out of clams, so they substitute the clams for extra calamari. So we'll show you all that once it arrives. So we're about to try the food.
Didn't see that.
I mean, I already showed them the food. So we're about to try it. So what you want to try first? The calamari?
No, the shrimp. I know what calamari tastes like.
I know what shrimp tastes like. We don't know what theirs tastes like.
I don't think she does. Is this coconut shrimp? Look good.
It's good.
You want to try the calamari next?
I'll give us one piece of fish.
You know what that is. I guess so.
Oh, that's a big piece of calamari.
Yeah, take it.
What's this?
We're going to find out.
Probably tartar sauce.
That'd be good too. Look at me.
The calamari is good. I'm not a fan of the tartar sauce. It's not sweet. This platter with tax was $11.80. So for all the food you get, I don't think that's bad at all. And mind
Especially
you,
when it
it's
comes to seafood.
Right.
You want to do the fish? So how you want to do the fish?
Let me break it up. Okay, let me give y'all an update. So we just got word that Carnival, Southwest, which the airline we flew here and flying back home, has canceled over 1,000 flights. People who are going on this cruise, when we get off, that was coming in, they now have to drive and find alternate ways to get here or to rebook their cruise altogether because their flights have been canceled. So I checked ours, and so far so good. And yeah, we'll keep y'all updated on that. I'm gonna try to fish. We broke them in half. They're like an egg roll.
Sashimi. I dip it in the tartar sauce. And bon appetit.
That's like white fish.
And the fish, this fish tastes like. You ever had that fish that come out of the box in the store? That's what this fish tastes like. So least favorite is the fish. Everything else is good.
And it's not fried hard. It's like salt.
Yeah, it's doughy too. So, least favorite, the fish. Probably my favorite would have been the shrimp. Now, I'm not a shrimp fan. And then the calamari. Calamari was good too. And then you get some fries, and fries are just fries.
Yeah, they average.
But that's the seafood platter from the Seafood Shack. Hope you enjoyed it.
One eternity later.
Good evening, guys. Good evening. We are Steakhouse ready, and we're about to head and go grab some food. So we'll see y'all when we get there. Alright, Steakhouse for the last sea day. Last sea day, last nightly meal. So let's get into it.
Yeah, so we are literally the last people leaving out the suitcase. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nobody else. Yes, we did.
Have a good night.
You too. Nobody else in here but the staff. It's slippery. Thank you. And it's wet. This is our dinner attire. It's supposed to be elegant, but people were dressed in shorts and sneakers and jeans. Ew, somebody's dirty. We're going to our room. Corner.
Corner. And just like that, we are back in the room. We just came from Fahrenheit 555.
Had a good dinner.
Good dinner, enjoyed it. This is it. We're signing off. Yeah. Boo. We got to pack. Get things ready for our embarkation tomorrow.
Debarkation.
I keep saying embarkation. Debarkation. And then make the trip to the airport, which is back to Houston from Galveston. And overall, this cruise, I enjoyed it. I've had fun. Cozumel was a big hit. We wasn't sure what we were gonna do, but I'm glad we did what we did.
Yep. And I really enjoyed Cookie. He was our cruise director on this cruise, and yeah, he lives up to his name because he really is a treat.
Yes, I enjoyed him too. The birthday girl enjoyed her birthday.
I did.
So yeah, we're just sad that we have to go. We always feel like a 4-day is never enough.
No.
5 days, like, okay.
Kind of there, but that's
7
7, 8.
Yeah, 7, 8.
The chef's kiss like our costume.
Lord mercy. So we got to get back to cruising longer days. We haven't had a 7-day yet, so.
No. Or we said what we should do is do 2 back to back. Like if we did 2 4 days, like instead of getting off the ship, just do another 4 day. That'd suffice.
Because this cruise was relatively cheap, and we could have done it. But
yeah, we could have just
hindsight.
Coordinate days off of work and stuff like that.
Yeah. So next year we'll be looking to do something like that in different cruise lines too. So
so stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned for that. This lady also got platinum. So
yes, I showed you on my card. I was looking for it.
So I'm still punky gold member. So
that's okay. He gets the benefit.
Yeah, I'm on my way there, but she's been cruising longer than me. So what else is there? Just like I said, overall experience was good.
It was a lot of people on this ship.
Yeah, it was a lot of people on this ship. Like a lot of kids, a lot of adults, a lot of old people, a lot of coughing, a lot of people not wearing their masks. I can go on and on and on.
Yeah.
But you make the best of what you got. Pray for God that you're safe, covered in the blood of Jesus, and then keep
wear
moving.
your mask, sanitize.
Yeah.
And try to stay as far away as you can.
That's all you could do. That is all you could do. So.
And take your vitamins.
Yeah, and take your vitamins. So, yeah, we enjoyed it. Had fun. This is us saying good night. If you stay tuned for this vlog, please like and subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your daddy, anybody you know. Spread the word, please, because we're just trying to grow our channel, and we like the feedback, we like the comments that y'all give us. So we appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it.
So thank you guys for that.
Okay.
What?
All right.
I want to say thank you myself.
Oh no, it's just
what?
They can't see you.
Oh. You can't see me.
No, your lip was covering my shoulder.
Oh, well, thank you guys. We really appreciate it.
Yes, and we appreciate y'all. And again, if you stay tuned to the end, please like and subscribe, okay? Good night, family, and we'll see you on the next cruise. Bye-bye. Good morning, guys, and just like that, we're back. Texas is behind us in Galveston. It's early. Always the saddest part. And we made it back, and time to go get some breakfast.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right off.
I fall for you every time I try to resist. We can get away. Come chase beach views and every day. All I wanna hear is
for today. Boarding will begin as soon as the flight crew is ready to board. Prior
Chicago like chicken wings with mouth sauce and fries. Put it down for my city.